to the Anime and Chill podcast.
Hello and welcome to Anime and Chill, and today we're going to be talking about JuJutsu Kaisen, which is a new show, and we're also going to be talking about a kind of classic type show that a lot of people in the anime community have been talking about when it comes to like sad shows. A lot of people bring this show up, and it's Anohana, which came out, I believe... I can't believe I don't have the exact date. Actually, I do have it right here. It came out in 2011, so it's a pretty old show, about 9 years old. And yeah, we're going to be giving you guys our thoughts on that. But before we get to Anohana, we're going to be talking about JuJutsu Kaisen. So Blue, what did you think about the opening and ending music for JuJutsu Kaisen or Sorcery Fight?
Okay, so for the opening, it's very like simple, kind of like, cliche visuals, but there are a few parts of it that I really liked. Like when the one girl puts on her glasses and the curse was there coming closer. And then on the train, when it goes dark and you can see the reflection of the demon in the glass or window or whatever. And the song was pretty catchy, but I'd say a little average on that part.
Yeah, I'd say the opening's pretty average. The visuals, pretty average. But the song wasn't bad. It was just nothing special, per se.
The ending, I loved the ending so much. Like, the song
honestly,
was
so amazing.
groovy. And I just really like the dancing. Just, it's such a vibe.
Bro, the visuals, like, I swear, the same dance he was doing, every time that the ending would come on, I would just do that. It was like, it just gives you that bop, that feel.
Listen,
it's just so good.
I don't normally dance,
God.
but I've seen so much dance and stuff, like, anime related recently. Like, I want to learn the torture dance. I want to learn this ending. I just want to... Dude, the ending is just so good. It just makes you want to just like, just bop in your head.
It really does. And like the visuals with it are so, like that style is just so good.
Like, I love like how they drew it and how they have like the, how they colored it in. Like, it's just very sketchy and it's just, overall, it's probably one of my favorite endings this year.
Same. I honestly would say that's probably my favorite ending out of any show I've seen that came out this year.
Because I can't think of
easily
I can't think of anything that would necessarily beat that I've watched this year.
Yeah, honestly, same. It was just so good. I really loved that ending so much. Honestly, I gotta add that to like a playlist or something.
It's just such a vibe.
But moving on, what did you think of like the characters for the show?
I think they all seem interesting so far. None of them really stand out per se. I think the main character is probably average in personality compared to a lot of main characters. The Kakashi guy with the mask over his eyes had a totally different personality than what I expected, however. I was expecting him to be more dark and brooding, but he's just very much different. I can't look at him without thinking about Kakashi. It's impossible.
He does really resemble him, honestly.
Overall, I think the characters are pretty average, but, I like them so far. I don't really necessarily dislike them at all. I really like the girls, like Spunk, though.
Yeah, I thought like she was really like funny, honestly. The girl and like the pink haired dude. I'm really bad with names.
They don't seem to be like close friends or anything, but they just seem like the instant bros, but also like not bros. It's interesting. She just like turns
weird,
switch around.
Honestly.
I don't know. It's funny. I like that dynamic.
Yeah. What was the main character's name again?
Itadori.
Oh my god, I'm not gonna remember that.
Yuji Itadori.
I can hardly say that. But yeah, the main character. Honestly, I liked him, and that's the thing with shonens. It's like they always have that likable main character, but I mean, he is pretty average. Like clearly, he's nothing special, but he's goofy. He's ready to jump in. He's ready for the smoke, and like, what else could you really want from like a shonen character? You know what I mean? Like he in the first episode, I think it was the first one. He ate that finger without hesitation. Really, well, he had hesitation, but he ate that finger that turned him into a freaking demon.
What's the theme with eating things? Oh yeah, but the girl's name is Kuki Saki, and the guy with the eye mask is Satoru Goji.
What about the wolf dude who can summon the wolves?
Megumi girl. I don't know. I have.
My God, no wonder I forgot their names. Those are
Megami.
just
Megami's
so hard to
easy.
remember. At least for me, I'm just bad with remembering.
Just remember
names, but
Megamind, and you
goodness.
can remember Megumi.
Yeah. Oh God. But yeah. The pink-haired dude, main character, liked him, but I mean, pretty average, honestly. The girl character I really liked. I thought she was funny. Still haven't really seen much about her. I'm only 4 episodes in. You've seen more, clearly. So maybe you know a little bit more about her. And then the dude that can summon wolves, who's kind of like the second or like the first sorcerer guy that we're introduced to. He's pretty basic, honestly. He's just like that super serious type who yeah, he's just kind of there. And then that Kakashi looking dude, I really don't know much about him still, but still really looking forward to seeing these characters.
I like his character. I just can't get over the Kakashi thing. It's that's my only input on that. But
Honestly.
like, he does have an interesting personality, and he's just, I don't know, Goji.
Yeah, I feel you. What did you think about like the animation for the show?
I actually really like the animation. It's above average, I'd say.
Same.
Not extraordinary, but you know, it's pretty good.
Like in terms of like a shonen show, it does exactly what you want, especially like with the action. It's really well animated. It's not like amazing, it's not the best ever, but it's definitely good for sure. When like he's fighting the demon and just all this crazy crap's going on, it looks really good, honestly. So yeah, the show does really, really good job in that department, honestly. What about like your favorite moments for the show? Did you have any?
No favorite moments yet. Though I did like all the Sukuna scenes. There was a part where he's like, "Let's go kill some kids," which I thought was funny. He's the demon that's possessing Itadori. But he was just casually like, "Let's go kill some kids," you know?
Oh my God, that's horrible. I think if I had to pick like a favorite moment, I think it would be whenever the main character like stays back and tries to fight that thing, the crazy super strong demon, and then his friend has to go save that girl, and then he unleashes like his super powerful demon guy that wasn't. I still don't know much about it. It's really complicated, and honestly, like I clearly don't know that much about the lore. It was kind of. I don't think it was bad, but it was just a lot to it, and it was kind of, I wouldn't say rushed, but it was a little hard to follow, honestly. But basically, he ate this finger, the main character ate this finger, and this finger gave him the ability to, like, turn into, like, a demon guy is inside of him or something, like, right? I don't,
So
something like that.
I saw the. Why a finger?
I know, and why does it look like that? It looks like an old witch's finger, and it's like nasty. And I'm like,
it's just so gross. But
it is so gross. It really is.
freaking,
But goodness, he gets so strong.
I can just see like Goji walking up to him and be like, "Here, kid, eat this." Like freaking All Might face, whatever.
Oh my God. But yeah, that was probably my favorite moment whenever he unleashes his like super mega demon that takes over his body and fights that thing. The action sequence was awesome there. So yeah. So like, what do you think about like the story for this show? Like, where do you see it going? Like, clearly we haven't seen the entire show, but what do you think it's gonna go?
Okay, so
what do you think
plot wise, I think it's Bleach, but it's not. It just reminds me of way too much of Bleach, with the system
really
of going
now I think about it.
to like.
I can see that.
Because obviously there's the curses in these places, and it reminds me of how, like, you know, the Soul Reapers go and they, you know, deal with the whole, like, stuff like that. Or Yokai Watch. It also kind of reminds me of Yokai Watch, you know.
Oh, I've never seen it.
I watched it several years ago. But, like, it kind of reminds me of mix between those two, like, in the, like, the world building sort of way, but plot wise, like on its own, I think, I mean, I'm liking it. I like the idea of being like, you know, possessed by something and just trying to I really don't think he's gonna die at the end. Like, he's the main character, right? This ain't JoJo's.
The main character? Probably not, I'd say.
Like, they're obviously gonna have to find a way to, save him and get rid of this demon possessing him. Like, maybe they'll separate at some point. He'll get out and then they'll have to defeat him. But I just don't think it's gonna go how, like, it's set up. Like, he's gonna swallow all the fingers and
oh god,
and then he's gonna get executed. I just don't see that going like that. And also,
yeah,
oh wait, no, I can't
not.
say that. You haven't gotten there yet. But
Oh, dang it.
but yeah, it's interesting so far, and I'm liking the plot.
Yeah, same. For a shonen type show, it's looking like one of the next, I wouldn't say like the next biggest one, but maybe like in that Black Clover area where, like, I don't know if you've ever
I
seen
have
Black
not
Clover,
seen
but
Black Clover yet.
like it's a pretty average show, but this show, Black Clover's a whole thing. Like, the animation for Black Clover is really average, even below average at a lot of points, but I heard it's been getting better. I'm on like a episode like 100 something. I haven't watched it in a while. It's a really average type shonen, but I have heard it's getting better. But what I was trying to say was, like, it could be like in that area where it's like, it's one of those good ones, and I can see like there's a lot of good stuff here. Like, the world's pretty cool. This main character's pretty good. Like, the animation's good, and I don't think it's going to be stretched out like something like Black Clover where it's like a 500 episode show. So like there's a lot. I like the more compact shows because I just feel like they are paced way better than like longer shows. So I'm liking where it's going, and I'm liking the characters.
If I could stop comparing it to other shows that are very, very similar to it, I think I would like it a lot more on its own. But I don't know. I think it's just like me comparing it to a bunch of other shows that it resembles. So,
well, it's also like it's not that original. It's okay, we got the main character dude who is pretty funny. He likes action. He likes to fight. He's not scared. He gets superpowers and he becomes a sorcerer. And there's these demons, and he's got to fight the demons. And I mean, it's well executed, but at the same time, it's nothing special.
Well executed, cliche plot. And probably above average at like in whole though. I mean,
I think it's above average.
Decent chunk above average.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, that's kind of our thoughts on JuJutsu Kaisen, or Sorcery Fight, which I think is an awful name. Sorcery Fight? Who thought of that name? Like, Sorcery Fight? What? Really? I just don't like it.
I didn't even know the English name. I just knew the Japanese name. So
yeah, I was on this one website called 9anime, and that's where I watched the show. And like, it was like Sorcery Fight was like one of the top shows that people were watching. And I'm like, what the hell is Sorcery Fight? And I'm like, please don't tell me that's JuJutsu Kaisen. And it was. And I was like, oh, that name. Yikes. But yeah, it's a pretty good show, honestly. I'm liking where it's going. Definitely going to keep up with this show. But moving on, we're going to be talking about Anohana, which is it's, it's a tearjerker, honestly. Yeah, it is. I get it. I get it with Anohana, like why people talk about it the way they do, honestly. What did you think about like the opening and ending for Anohana?
I liked the opening. The song was simple, but it fit really well and had this bittersweet tone. Then the forget me not spinning there at the end, because her whole thing was like, don't forget me and stuff like that. And the fact that they used the forget me not hurt. Overall, the visuals and going through their moments of their childhood was really touching. The ending, again, very bittersweet. I like the visuals. They fit decently well. It was mainly centered on the girls, and that was cute. But overall, just bittersweet. And, I mean, well animated, honestly, too, so.
The show is actually really well animated for, like, 2011. But, yeah, the opening and ending, just definitely bittersweet. Like, it's just, especially, like, after you've watched the show, you kind of just, like, it's like a different type of feeling towards like everything about it. But yeah, really liked them. But moving on to like the real thing of like this discussion of Anohana, like what do you think about like, the characters for the show?
Out of all the characters, I think Popo is my favorite. I loved Popo. He was just he
honestly,
was a big ball of energy, and in my opinion, I was the most curious about him. He right off the bat believed the main character, and I just really wanted to know why he of all people was trying really hard, because he didn't seem all that like connected to the past issues. And but when you find out what happened that connected to him, it just made sense. And he was just, I don't know, I just really, really liked him. Menma, for obvious reasons, she was just too adorable not to love.
honestly, yeah.
I liked her like story. She was just like, she gave off like this, she didn't really care, but she also like would get emotional, and it was saddening. I also like Tsurumi. She was like a jerk for a while, but then she grew on me, and I felt really bad for her when the Yukiyatsu.
Which one's that? The one
the girl with the glasses.
Yeah, the girl with glasses.
I felt bad for her when the Yukiyatsu stuff arose, like the guy who dressed up as Menma at one point.
Yeah, that was something. Oh god.
This poor dude. He's just.
I was so confused. I was like, what is happening?
A therapy session, bro.
Yes, he did. Oh my god.
If your waifu dies, just become your own wife.
Just dress up as your waifu and run through the forest.
Yo, bro.
That's the answer. Oh my god, that was so weird.
Dude, I was so confused when I didn't realize it was him, and then I was like, oh my god, no, wait.
Because I thought, like, you're thinking, like, okay, well, if this girl can come back and, the main character can see her and she's clearly dead, you're thinking, okay, this is definitely a ghost or something. Like, maybe, like, I don't know, if you're not expecting it to be a full-grown teenager just running through the forest.
I think it's just I get it. There are people, like, you do some interesting stuff while grieving, and obviously none of them were over it, and like I get it, I understand. And it made me sad, not gonna lie. Like, just like the whole conversation afterwards, I shed like a small tear. No, I was just like, poor dude, Yeah.
Just
like,
because he really did love her, and like,
he was a dick most of the time, but
Oh yeah, well after, yeah. Like, I don't think in their childhood he was, but like, I mean, clearly. Yeah, but during the show, he was horrible.
Trauma.
He was
trauma will get to you.
Yeah, especially if it's like something that is like that close to your heart. You can't really. I mean, yeah, he was really mean throughout the entire show, but like
he
at the
had
same
his
time,
moments. He had his nice moments, but
right? You can kind of understand why.
Yeah.
If it's something that close to his heart, you can kind of understand why. Honestly, I think my favorite character would probably be Popo as well. Just like his like charismatic like attitude towards everything. He was like kind of like a ride or die type character, and he was just always there, like for our main character as well. And it's just like he was like the glue. Like he was like the glue of the group.
Yeah.
Easily, I'd say. But yeah, honestly, all the characters served their purpose. We could go through every single one of them. Like the main character, him and Menma, like their bond between each other. And once you like get towards the end of the show, and like you really see how it all unfolds, and everyone's like different, what is it, like not reasonings but different just they're different ways of grieving, and like they're different ways of like the different way that they were all connected to Menma's like death. Like they all felt responsible in some way, and it's really sad. Honestly, it was so sad to see like
very sad.
all of that. And honestly, I didn't know what I expected from the ending of the show, because it is a slice of life type anime. Yeah, I'd say it's like slice of life. But at the same time, it wasn't like necessarily like boring, like super boring. I wouldn't say it was like amazingly paced in terms of like entertainment wise. Like it wouldn't leave you bored really, but it is a slice of life type anime. Nothing crazy is going on. It's mostly just how our main character is dealing with this dead girl, like living it like with him, and he can see her, and like how that all unfolds with their friend group and whatever, and how they all come together because of this, which is really like the beautiful part about it. It's like with Menma's death, it's like they all grieved, they all kind of went their separate ways. Not necessarily everyone. I know that girl with the glasses and that dude, I don't know if they were close, but they kind of were.
They're pretty close, I think. They were always with each other.
Clearly those two were together, but at the same time, Menma's death in a way brought them closer together. Like the way that it all ended with her coming back and him, the main character, being able to see her, like the way that brought them all together. And like the way that that's what Menma's afterlife, like not afterlife, but one of the things she wanted to do before going to, heaven, she wanted that to kind of happen, and it did happen. Like they all became much closer because of Menma, even in her death, which was really, beautiful in the show. But yeah, what do you think of like the animation and the soundtrack for the show?
I like the animation. It was really cute. Not over the top, but it fit the show really well in what they were covering. But it was really good, well animated for like 2011. It wasn't not even that far long ago, but but it was cute. I really liked some of the moments, and how they were animated. The soundtrack, the songs fit really well and made the scenes really dramatic as they had to be, and especially there at the end where I think it was the ED playing over the final scene. God, I was sobbing.
Honestly, that moment. Oh, God.
There was also the other really sad scene more near the beginning of that episode, and the music there just amplified everything. I think they did a really good job at selecting songs for the emotional scenes. And just really nice selections, and then just,
I was really impressed by the show in terms of animation, but also, like, I've seen a lot of good shows, like, well animated that came out in, like, 2011. We got Hunter x Hunter. We have Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Well, I mean,
actually, those shows hold up. They really do.
Hunter x Hunter looks so much older than 2011, though.
The newer one?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like I can definitely see what you mean. Yeah, I definitely see what you mean. But at the same time, I felt like it has this certain like look to it that is just really appealing to me. Like even a show like that came out kind of after, like Naruto Shippuden. Honestly, it don't really look good. Like it just doesn't look good. Like it looks fine. It looks just insanely average, Naruto Shippuden. But like something about Hunter x Hunter, just like the way it looks, just I don't know. Something, maybe that's just me.
I don't know. I like the way Hunter x Hunter looks, but it just I don't know. It just feels a little older.
I definitely get it. But well, like Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, like I feel like that one definitely looks much. I don't know, just holds up.
Yeah.
Even in today's standards, like. But yeah, really impressed with the animation on Anohana. Like clearly nothing crazy is going on, but like the beauty, like with the sunsets and like the they're in the forest a lot, and like it can look really, really pretty. It really can. And like when they were like preparing food this one time, I remember that looked really good. It's more of like it's not necessarily animation, but more like the art style and just like the art style is just a basic type, but you know what I mean? Just like it was really well detailed, well detailed at times. But yeah, did you have any favorite like moments or favorite episode?
Favorite moment, the ending. Favorite episode. It have to be the final one. I held myself together really well throughout all the other episodes, but as soon as the scenes in the final episode like hit, I just couldn't. I just really like how like I like animes that can make me feel, and the final episode really made you feel.
Yeah, and that's the beauty of Anohana. It's like, because I'm thinking, okay, something crazy's kind of got to happen to like make, like, I want to, because this is like a sad show, and it's like, let's just say nothing crazy really happens. Nothing crazy really happens, but that's kind of the beauty of the show. It's like, it didn't do anything super crazy over the top that made you like, it's really in the subtleness of like what like her death really brought and like what it meant to each individual person. And like you kind of have to think about it a lot. Because as I said, it's like what her death meant to everybody and how they all felt responsible in their own way and how they grieved in different ways. And just like just the beauty in that and like how they all dealt with it and just how it brought them all closer together and made their relationship stronger. That's what I really think I loved about the show. Like it really did that so well. So yeah, definitely can hit you on that final episode.
When I get to when I was on the final episode, the episode before that, my father was wanting to watch the TV, and I was using our TV in the living room. I told him just give me like an hour so I can finish this up, and then I finish it. And then I walk up to him sobbing, and I just throw the remote at him like,
oh God.
I'm like, take your damn TV.
Oh my God.
My dad just looked at me like
really
I was crazy.
Get you. God. Honestly, I totally get why a lot of people think of Anohana as like one of the most sad animes, because it definitely is, but like in a different type of way.
I normally don't cry so much during anime, and I don't understand. It's just a recent thing, that we've just been watching so many anime about dead girls.
Oh
like
my
Erased,
God.
And then right
Erased.
after that we choose this.
Yes.
And then like the dead girl in JoJo's.
Oh my goodness.
What's up with the dead girls?
What is up with dead girls and them coming back and being dead? And,
my God.
Yeah. Gosh. But Anohana really was. It was a good watch, and that's coming from someone that doesn't necessarily like slice of life anime, but at the same time you're really intrigued and you really want to see where it's gonna go, because I mean, as I said, it's really subtle in a lot of ways because it is a slice of life. Nothing crazy happens. You might kind of expect it because it's like everyone talks about how sad it is and how sad it is. But at the same time, you know it's coming before the ending. Like I mean, sure, some stuff unfolds that you don't really know. But for the most part, you kind of know it's going to happen. But again, I've already explained why I think it's a sad show. Like why it really like resonated with me in a lot of ways, like the way I liked it and what it did that I really liked. But yeah, man, it can really hit you that last episode, bro. Cause freaking Popo, you didn't see that coming.
Oh, dude.
I did not see that coming.
Popo.
Oh God. Cause I thought Homie was just that's so. I
was just very drawn into his character. Just he's just a ball of. Oh.
Yeah, like just that energy that he holds, like for that group, and then understanding like what he had to go through, which was kind of unspoken. Nobody knew about it except for him, and the way he felt about the whole thing. And gosh, it's just so sad.
I'm still trying to figure out exactly what happened, but I'm pretty sure she slipped and fell into the river, and then But I don't know entirely.
I'm pretty sure that's pretty much what happened, and then. Yeah, she just fell in the river, and then I don't want to spoil it, but if you want to see the show, I definitely recommend it. It's a sad show. I'm not a big fan of slice of life anime. I don't really watch them often, so I haven't given them that many chances, honestly. But this one is actually well paced. I think I watched it in like a day or two, maybe. And it's not like it left me on the edge of my seat, but
yeah, it only takes like 2 days to watch. Maybe less if you binge it.
Yeah,
it's like 11 episodes.
It was just an enjoyable ride, kind of like you're never like really like bored, because there are interesting moments and kind of like intense type moments whenever that one dude who's always mad like starts up some drama type crap. Those are probably the most interesting moments. Or when he's running in the forest with the dress on, dressed as the dead girl. That's a pretty interesting moment. So yeah, I would definitely recommend it if you're looking for a show like this.
But yeah.
Like it's sad, but
it's really good, and it's definitely worth the watch.
100%. So yeah, that's our thoughts on Anohana. Great show. I watched it on Netflix, so you can definitely watch it there if you want to watch it.
Yep.
On the next episode, we're gonna be watching Inuyasha. I don't know much about Inuyasha, but it's a really popular show, honestly. It's old now, but I think it came out in like 2000, maybe. Yeah, I think 2000. And that episode is gonna release on what day did we say again?
Probably the 3rd of January.
Yeah, because we're going to be taking a break because of course, like Christmas. We're going to be taking a break for that, and we'll be back on the 3rd of January. So yeah, stay tuned for that. We love you, and we're out.